They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nix. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quitting Payne. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of having played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Here's Hardman to return. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First and 10, Taylor now. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Let's go now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Richardson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw this. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Richardson back to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, here's Richardson. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side with Taylor. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and recoup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's second and 10. Throwing again. Nix. He finds his man. Complete. That's Franklin. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. A nice throw there. And, this game, a true rarity. Not one, but you got two rookie quarterbacks facing each other in the playoffs. What do you think, Charles, that says about the state of quarterback play in today's NFL?
I'm glad you asked that question because all week in preparation for this game, I thought about that, and what I've landed on is this. These kids play high-stakes games from the time they're in high school. A lot of them travel to play games. They play on television. They go to college, play big-time games. And let's face it, the game has never been more quarterback-centric than it is now. So these kids develop a lot faster and are a lot more confident before they even hit the NFL.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to throw again. He finds his man. Complete. That's Franklin. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. They'll try to run the ball here with Sutton. And he stopped immediately there. Julian Blackman bringing him down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Now it's second and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. And a loose football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. On third down, here's Williams. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, fourth down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Operating from the gun. Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Panther 19 tight. 19 tight. 19 Lions.
Now Richardson. And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and 10.
Check.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
70 Timberwolves. Street. Go.
Now it's Richardson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. Taken right around the 44. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Nix. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Colts take over first and 10.
On the jump.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Richardson's throw pulled in by Woods. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Cougar 19.
First and 10, it's Richardson. Complete. This is Mitchell. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A give for Taylor running right side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled on the play by Damari Mathis.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Bronco 80. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, first and 10. They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Nix. And his throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 3rd down, Nix. But he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Hawk 70. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy
He's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Rattler, 18 Rattler. Warriors, 70.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Okay, ready?
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Running left, Taylor. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
Here we go, shot. Traveler.
Akers will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
The touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Operating from the gun, Nix. He finds his man, complete. That's Franklin. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking. It's still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. throw here. Out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Mustang 19. Ready?
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Richardson going to change the play here.
Go.
Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown, Colts. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Colts continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Nix.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Eagles. 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcat.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
Going for it all. And this one is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Pioneer. 60 Maverick. Rig alert.
Here's Richardson to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
70 range. Cup 19. 60 by 6. Hey, Smash.
Here's Richardson to throw on 3rd down.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
Nice move at the 5. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Taylor.
And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
A final shot before break. Nix. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Let's go now.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
No, ready.
They run once more with Taylor. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3rd down and 8.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. Dragon 60. Hurt.
Richardson looking to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's brought down at the 34. Calling a gain of 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw on 3rd down. Nix, he's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Viking 18. Ready.
Back to throw. Richardson. Catch is made by Hardman. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nico Hardman, 44 yards.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. taken at about the 1.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Nix. And that will be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send Mitchell in motion right.
On 1st down, Richardson. This pass caught. It's Woods.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
Richardson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
another wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Nix. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, 3 completions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Nix. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
It's Drew Sanders who diagnosed that play and stopped him short of the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
79 Broncos, go!
Richardson looking to throw this.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Buffalo 18.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Quickly into the hands of Mims. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing on 1st down. Nix. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nix. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quiddy Pay picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Nix. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll go out of bounds and appears right at the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Come on.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Go Squeaks. Ready.
Now Richardson. That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Ready.
Now it's Richardson. Flushed out right. Tries the right side, finding Woods here. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 tight, 19 tight. Let go.
Back to the air with Richardson. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 32 yards. And the Colts continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The slot man in motion right. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nix.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on third down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Franklin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nix. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was the big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Nix.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Lions. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Richardson to the air on first down.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Warriors 70.
Richardson now on second down.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Trap 60, trap 60. Check smash, check smash.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Complete. This is Mitchell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. get backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
18, Pioneer. Street.
Here's Richardson to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Check.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now. And all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble defensively.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Nix. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun. Nix going up top.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.